everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. I am Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum, and I have a what was the name of this flavor?
Strawberry Rough Rough? No, that was Rough Rough Raspberry. I don't know.
It's a Paw Patrol branded strawberry popsicle. At Richard on the MakeCode forum. Probably not. It's a different franchise. Joey, go.
I thought we were still doing the Paw Patrol references. I'm Joey at JWonder on the MakeCode forums.
I'm Shannon at Chicago on the MakeCode forums.
I guess it could be like safety strawberry or something. Because they're about like safety, right? I mean, yeah, me too, but I'm guessing here. All right. So today it's the last day for Time Jam, except it's not actually. It's the last day we're going to be streaming for Time Jam, except it's actually not because we have till midnight on Monday. It's the second to last day we'll be streaming for Time Jam, so we're doing a Time Jam game. And I was thinking about this, and I was like, I'm just going to make like literally the first game that comes to my mind. And it was something that I like to call clock hoppers, name not final. You got a clock, all right? You're standing on the clock. The hands are going around like they do. And then when it gets to you, you got to jump. Or else you get swept off the clock. It's going to get faster and faster. Yeah, something, something, relativity, something, something, moving fast. Okay. So we're going to make a clock face to start off. So I'm going to go ahead and get white. We're going to make a circle. We're going to make it like the size of the screen. So let's go. We'll give it a little bit of an edge. Nice. All right. This looks good, but we gotta draw some numbers. So let's do that. Oh, hey, who wants to draw the protagonist? It'll be easy this time. All you got to do is jump and not jump. Nose goes, Joey. It's the law.
It's the law. What size?
You know, however you feel.
100 by 100. Got it.
Smaller than that. Okay. Use your judgment, Joey. I'm trusting you. That was a horrible mistake. Okay. So we're gonna draw some numbers. Just real quick like. What's up, Vivian? Do you want to draw some numbers? All right, Vivian's gonna draw some numbers. Yeah, do it. Just do you want to just draw the background? Thank you. Because I'm having a hard time drawing while also eating a popsicle. So, and the popsicle's really good. I don't want to put it down. It's like strawberry flavored. Wait a second. Can you guys still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Teams was doing a thing. All right. Oh, that's what happened. No. Just the normal way that we do this. All right. We're gonna add an extension now. It's a favorite of ours by Joey, and a little bit by me, and a little bit by Vivian. Ooh. Hey, Wondero, arcade sprite, you too. soon to be called the Unity extension. That would be confusing, because Unity is also a video game thing. All right, we're going to be using this render on the index, and we're going to be using this to draw our hands. This is going to be the easiest way to do it because we have to draw them through all the different angles of the rainbow. And yeah, so we're going to be drawing two hands, right? And you know what? Because there's not a lot going on in this game, I want to make it accurate. I want to make it so that the hour hand actually moves at the right rate with the minute hand, you know?
Like real time?
No, not real time.
Oh, okay.
That would be a really boring game. Okay, so we're gonna start out by going into our whoops, not extensions. We want to go into images. We want to draw a line. And we're going to be using this to draw our minute hand first. And so the easiest way for us to do this is going to be actually using a sprite. So I'm going to make a sprite. And this sprite is going to be the, we're going to place a sprite and we're going to be using it for drawing. And this sprite won't actually show up. So I'm actually going to leave it as transparent. And I'm going to give this a name, and it's going to be something, I guess, kind of descriptive, but angle sprite. Like I said, this isn't actually going to be used in our game. The reason that this is useful, though, is because in sprite utils, there's this great function called place blank angle distance from blank. So we're actually going to make one other sprite, which is going to be called center sprite. And we're going to set our center sprite at, you guessed it, the center of the screen, which is what it defaults at. So we're not actually going to change anything. Okay, now we're going to store two variables. One of them is going to be the minute angle. And the other is going to be the hour angle. All right. Oh man, my popsicle's dripping all over the place. Time to finish you up, popsicle. I'll believe it when I hear it. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, so the joke that was on the stick of this popsicle was, what do you call a crocodile who that likes to bowl? And I'll give the chat a little bit of time to think about that before I reveal the answer. Ah, Vivian got it. All right. Okay, so we're going to be placing our angle sprite, angle, minute angle, distance. We need some sort of like radius. So we're going from the center. Our clock is basically the size of the screen. So it's going to be about 60 in the X direction that we can go. So we want to go a little bit lower than that. So I'm going to put in distance like 55. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line, and we're going to draw the line on the screen, and the start point is going to be the XY of our center sprite. And the end point is going to be the XY of our angle sprite. And the color is going to be, okay, Shannon, I don't want you to think. I just want you to tell me right now, what color is the minute hand?
Orange.
All right. The color is orange. Okay, whoa. I guess I made that distance way too big. Why though? Why too big? Doesn't seem too big. Joey,
What? Why is that? Sorry, I was looking away completely, so I have no idea what's going on here. So draw from land distance.
oh, I messed this up.
Oh.
All right, cool. We got our man hand. We still need to draw the like arrow part of it, but we'll do that in a second. Also, we want our angle to be stored in degrees just because that's easier to think about.
Oh,
So we're gonna
I guess I should ask this one real quick. When you asked me to make the main character for this game, I got really stuck on I got to make the baby kaiju jumping animation. But is that okay with you all, or should I make a custom animation that's not the baby kaiju?
You can do the baby kaiju.
Okay, perfect.
Joey's
Thank you.
enamored with this baby kaiju.
It's the best.
Yeah, I should show what we're talking about. So if you go into gallery, we got some new sprites recently. And one of them is a baby kaiju. We also got the mama kaiju. And an egg. There's lots of new stuff, so check it out. And actually, there's going to be even more new stuff soon. I just posted it, so hopefully we'll be releasing that soon. Okay. So we're drawing our line. I put this in distance. We're going to convert this angle to radians. Should be the same as it was before. And now if we set this to be like 45, should be going down to like right here. Yay. Okay, perfect. So to start out, we actually want to start at the 12 o'clock, right? So 12 o'clock is not 0. The angles usually start at 0 and then they go, clockwise around. So if we were to do this, we want to subtract 90 degrees from all the way around the circle. So that's 360. So we want to go 90 degrees back, which is 270. So we're going to start this on 270. And we want this to start spinning around. So the other thing we're going to do is we're now going to define a variable, and it's going to be called minute angle rate of change. I don't think of a better name for this.
I'm just stuck on thinking put a bunch of emojis in there because that would be a funny one to have as emojis, but
I don't have emojis capability.
you don't?
I'm not as cool as Vivian.
Oh, or any of us with one of those things.
Okay. We got this minute angle speed. This is going to be in degrees per second. All right. So, for example, if I were to put in 360, that would mean in 1 second it would go all the way around. So let's start it out with just like 45 degrees per second. And we're going to now calculate this change based off of our time. And we're actually going to do this like accurately. Should be fun. We're going to go and we're going to get time since start. We're going to make a variable. We're going to call it last time. We're going to set our last time right here to be time since start. And now inside of an on-game update, what we're going to do is we are going to get the time that has passed. The time that has passed is going to be the last time since start minus the last time. Now this is in milliseconds, as you can see. So that MS is right there. So we want to convert this into seconds. So to do that, we just need to divide by 1,000. And now to get the amount our angle should have changed, we just need to take this and multiply it by our degrees per second. So we're going to do a change minute angle not by 1, by our speed times that thing we just calculated. Look at it go. All right, so it's going 45 degrees per second right now. And that looks about right. So let's try something way faster. We'll do like 360, like I said before. Watch it. Woo. Woo. 1, 1, 1. Oh, all right. Yeah, that seems to be working. Okay, so let's go back down to something that's slower. We'll just start with 45 degrees. All right. Okay, we got our minute hand. We still need to draw the arrow at the end, but we'll do that in a second. So let's go ahead and do our hour hand. So we're going to, just like we did for the minute hand, we're going to have a variable for this. We're going to call it hour angle speed. And we will leave it at 45 for now. We're going to have to do some calculation to figure out what it should be based off what the minute angle speed is. We'll do that in a second. We're also going to start this one out at 270. And now we're going to draw this. All right. Vivian, without thinking, what is the color of the hour hand?
Tomatoes are red, though.
We're going to make it red because your first thought was tomato. All right. Now let's give it like less of a speed. And we want to convert the hour angle, not the minute angle. So let's go ahead and grab that right there. Oh, I messed up this variable name. There we go. And we're going to do this change hour angle. Actually, do we even need to do this? Let's see. Let's see if I can think this through. So it should just be the minute angle divided by 12. Is that right? Oh, I said hour angle speed. Oops, I said hour angle. Cool.
That looks right.
It looks right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna
Probably easier to see with some marker. Yeah, right there.
yeah, and it's a little bit off because we need to
That's
subtract something from it, right? We need to subtract 90.
That sounds right. I guess we can tell.
It should go perfectly straight at 6 o'clock. So yeah, that'll tell us if it's right or not.
So we need another 9.
I think it's gonna do it. I think it's gonna no.
So I meant another 180, right? Because it was perfectly down almost.
Oh, okay, so minus 270.
Yeah. Which I guess would make sense if it was plus 90 in the first place, is what we actually needed.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joey. So, man, should have made this faster.
Then we wouldn't have that really nice moment where it perfectly lines up.
Look. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, that's pretty cool. Okay. So we got our basic thing going. Now we're going to what are you guys talking about in the chat? Okay. All right. So we're going to now go ahead and create our character. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll do it here. We're going to name them Lil Kaiju. By the way, for those who don't know, kaiju is like a Japanese word for monster. Fun fact. I like kaiju movies. That's why I got Godzilla up there. My favorite is Gigan. All right. He's cool. He's got one eye, can shoot lasers. He's got a saw blade coming out of his tummy.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's a good question. All right. We got our little kaiju. We're going to go ahead and place them, like, I don't know. Where should they be? Like right here? Like at 3 o'clock? Does this sound right to you guys?
I believe it.
Okay, so we'll make this like, I don't know, 90. And then Y we want 60. Cool. Probably want to make him so that his feet lines up with the hour hand. So we're going to change the 60 to be like 52. There we go. Okay. So, and probably move them over actually a little bit more. So we'll make this 100. Yeah, that's good. All right. Now we need to make it so that they can jump. And one other thing I'm going to do for this is I'm going to make another sprite real quick. We're going to call this sprite Shadow.
Awesome.
I knew Shannon would like that.
I like it when there's shadows on things.
Okay. So we're gonna put the shadow here. We need to put it so its Z is below little kaiju, and then we need to make it smaller when he's jumping up, and then bigger again when he's coming back down. So we're going to set the Z on shadow. The Z will be, well, we should probably just set the Z on little kaiju. Cool. Okay. So now when we do a jump, we're going to press A. We're going to jump up a bit and then come back down. And what do you guys think the best way is to do this? I think the easiest way to do it would be to put a tile map, but I don't want to do
Just
that.
put a wall there?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. That's awesome.
Okay, we'll do it that way.
Did you, or
That's
that does
good.
seem like the easiest way to me.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to make a tile map. We want to make it the size of the screen. So that's going to be 10 by 8. It's actually a little bit bigger than the screen. And we need to go ahead and set our the right place for us to jump. I think it's going to be like there. So let's see what happens. Below that. So we're just going to put a wall here. We're going to erase this. And there we go. We got an invisible tile map with a wall. So now we are going to make some gravity. So we're going to go to our little kaiju. We're going to go ahead and get its AY. We're going to set that to be 500. Fall, little kaiju, fall. There he is. All right. So now we need to move the shadow down a little bit. So we're going to increase the Y by like that. Nope, too much. How's my shadow, by the way, Shannon?
Nicely shadow-like, right?
Yeah, great shadow. Good size, classic shadow color.
Cool. All right, we're going to do an on A button press now. And we're going to just, no need to be precise today. We're going to take our little kaiju. We're going to set their VY to be negative 100. Let's see what that looks like. Hop, 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 hop. Yeah, that works.
You have a hopping animation in the chat too.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't sure how to do it because it's 7 frames.
Not an extension, just an animation block to copy from. That's the hardest way you could have done this, Joey.
You want 7 different messages to do?
You made 7 frames?
Well, I had the walking animation already, so it's a modification of that.
Oh, the little legs.
So many frames.
Is this one that you can copy the block? If you just
I think
copy.
so.
No.
Does this not work? I swear I've done this before.
It used to. But we've done like a bunch of Blockly stuff since. I don't really know.
Okay.
It's gotta have the hops.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Okay. Well, now that we've been taken down because of DMCA, I was doing it pretty well.
I think it's just that Richard has done it so much better than the original that we've crossed again into transformative work territory. So.
Mm-hmm.
I think I messed up last frame.
Beautifully, 100%.
Well, we are about the truth, Vivian. All right, do it like a boring old human then, I guess.
Vivian, we got a message in chat that your audio is.
I can hear Vivian.
Mm-hmm.
Chat says yes, you were muted. Oh, not at the very beginning, but for a while since that.
This isn't like Vivian.
Hey, we're working on it. Every show has technical details. We just have more than most. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're gonna delete. We're gonna put in the shadow. Now we're gonna make the shadow a little smaller. Yeah, the wait little call preview.
I think chat can probably hear me now.
You can hear Vivian, let us know.
Yay! Thanks for letting us know.
Okay, how many frames is it total, Joey?
7.
Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
8.
1, 2.
Sounds like you want a transparent version of the previous frame.
Does it sound like that, Shannon?
Yeah, for the middle one.
Yay. We're going to animate the shadow. Now when we jump. Rip, rip, rip.
Oh, that looks so good, Richard.
All right. So we're going to do our classic thing right now. We're going to go into logic. We're going to do an if. Put this in here. We're only going to run this code if we are hitting a wall on the bottom. Is little kaiju hitting wall bottom. Hop, hop, hop. All right. Vivian, do you have a clock yet? Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah, just give me 2 more seconds. My shortcut stopped working.
Take as much time as you need.
This
Okay.
is a game about time.
All right. So we got this going. So now we need to start doing our actual like collision detection for these things. And so normally we would do collision just using sprites, but we can't really do that this time because we're not using sprites for our clock hands. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to check on each game update where the angle is. And if the angle is in a range and we are not jumping, that means we have hit the hand. So we'll do that inside this on-game update. We're going to put in some logic. We're going to actually do the same check that we were doing before. So if the little kaiju is hitting wall bottom, except we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to do, oh, no. We want to do it if they're hitting the wall bottom. Okay. Now, if the angle is equal to whatever this is, 0, if the angle mod 360 is equal to 0, then that means it's perfectly there. It's unlikely to actually be perfectly there, though, right? So I think what we want to do is like mod 360, and then we'll check a range. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a comparison. We're going to get a remainder of. When I said mod, I was referring to remainder of, by the way. We call it remainder of in the blocks, but you call it mod in JavaScript. we're going to go ahead and start with our minute hand. So let's go ahead and get the minute angle. We're going to divide that by 360. Whatever's left over is our angle. The thing that's kind of tough about this is that because we are on either side of the 0, that means that if we were to do like 10 degrees in both directions, we would have to do 350 to 360 and then 0 to 10. So yeah, we're going to do that.
Can
so we just need to see, is it less than 10 or greater than 350? What's that, Joy?
I was going to say we could add 10 to it to begin with so that it wraps around and then just do less than 20, but these are basically equivalent.
All right, so if it's greater than 50 or it's less than 10, and actually I'm going to go ahead and make a variable which is going to be called like arc of danger. Oops. Okay, we're going to set our arc of danger to be 10. And we'll set this to be less than the arc of danger, and then this one will be 360 minus the arc of danger. All right. So if this happens, we'll just test it out by doing a game over for now. Let me mute the old simulator. Okay, so that's a bit too big of an arc of danger. Let's change it to 5.
I didn't notice the variable name.
Hop.
You don't also have to hop the hour hand?
We didn't do the hour hand yet.
Okay, sure.
Hop. Is that quite right? Hop. Yeah, well, that's fine for now. We might want to tweak it a bit. Hop. We could actually move the center sprite down a little bit so that it's better aligned. So let's do that actually. We're going to go into sprites. We're going to get a change property value right here. We're going to take our center sprite and we will change its Y by like 2. Yeah, I think that's easier to judge. Oh, all right. So now what do we want to do? We want to make it so that we count the number of times we hop over the hand. And we'll do the hour hand in a minute. It's going to be the same thing, though. Actually, we can just do it now. It's going to be the same thing. Right now, it's going to be pretty impossible to do, though, because it's moving so slowly. Yep, and I just immediately lose. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to make a function now, and it's going to be called...
Vivian has a question.
No, mine's like, not a real thing,
Oh, okay.
It's going to be called kaiju hit the hand. And we're going to go ahead and call this right here. Right here. And we're just not going to do anything right now. We'll fill this in later with whatever we want to do. But now we need to catch if we hopped over. And I'm trying to think of what the best way to do this is. Okay, I know what it is.
wrapped around the clock tonight. We're gonna wrap the clock. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Do you guys remember that toy? This reminds me of that toy that you put around one of your feet, and then you had like spin it around, and it would wreck your ankles, but it would count how many times it went around. I don't know what it's called.
Spinny ball thing?
Yeah, if you can.
And it would get so beat up too, right? Because you're like doing it on your driveway. It would be like so ragged.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. No, this is not the right way to do this. So what I was thinking was that I
mean, can't you just do a threshold on the other side after they land? Or
yeah. So I was thinking was we would store a Boolean when we get into the arc of danger, okay? Mm-hmm. And then we would clear the Boolean when we get out of the arc of danger.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering if that's gonna... Yeah, that'll be fine, right?
Yeah, but I feel like it should be like... You want it to be exactly the arc of danger?
Right, but so we can store, I think what you want is for us to store the previous angle, then check the current angle and see if the previous angle was not below the threshold and the current angle is above the threshold, then we have to increment the point, right?
So I think the thing I'm proposing is just when you hit the wall, if you were previously in the arc of danger and now you're below that 3 o'clock mark, then you've done it, probably.
But couldn't I just like jump here and then do it again?
So we would need to check to make sure that you were in the arc of danger, or, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna make a variable called in arc of danger minute. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna restructure this just a little bit. And here we're going to set our in arc of danger minute to be this thing. Then we are going to do the same thing with a different variable. Our change this to be our angle. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to, inside of this is hitting while bottom, we're just going to put in this in here. We're going to go ahead and do an or. And we're going to do this or this, and we're back to where we were. So now what we want to do is we want to check if we are in the arc of danger and this is false, then we want to give ourselves a point. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put an if in here. We're just going to straight check this. And this is going to be the cleanest way, but it's going to work fine. So if in arc of danger and not this whole mess. Change score by 1. And then do the same thing, but with the ones for hour. All right. Okay, so we got 2. Now when it comes around again, up 3. Cool. All right, so that's working. All right, now what we want to do is, do I have a clock yet, Vivian?
Yes, you do. I couldn't paste the whole 160 by 120, so you can just make like the thing and then like position it where you want, you know? Or is that gonna be hard?
Think? That's fine.
Okay. Rock around the clock tonight. Rock, 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 rock.
Clock, 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 clock tonight. Clock, rock, 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 clock, 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 rock, rock, clock, rock.
Everybody's rocking, 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 rocking clock.
Clock, clock, clock. Wow. They said that song couldn't get any better, but I think we did it.
Wait, did you just go bow?
Yeah.
Vivian, this is so fancy.
A fancy clock.
All right. What's your vision for the background color?
Oh, Joey, pick a random color. Don't think.
Light purple.
Light purple.
The one you're currently hovering over, actually. Good call.
All right. We got it going. Okay, so a few things we need to do. First, we need to set our initial angle so that we are not colliding with the hour hand. So let's go ahead. We're going to do that right now. So we're setting this to be 270 to start. Let's start over at like the 9 o'clock. So that's going to be 180. It's still kind of dangerous. Let's go the opposite direction. So we're going to start the minute angle at 360 plus 90 is 450. Even more, we're going to add 180 to this, which is going to be 730. There we go. Okay, so we're firmly out of, wait, but now yeah, right. So we need to add more to this. 820. Okay, we are now in perfect safety mode when the game starts. And the hour hand is not going to get to us for a while, which is great because what we're going to do now is we're going to start speeding up our thing every time we hop. So we're going to go to our place where we're changing our score. We're going to change it for the minute, and then we're going to change our speed. So let's go into variables. We'll get a change. We're going to change our minute angle speed by, we'll make it really fast for now so we can see it happen.
Oh man.
Here comes. Jump. 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 Jump.
Oh man.
Okay, it's impossible at this point.
Is this our first jump rope game that we've ever made?
I think so.
Mhm.
It really has to get going for the hour hand to be like jumpable, you know?
You jumped it that first time though, right?
I mean, I actually, it doesn't do anything right now if I hit it.
What if
I see. Right.
what if the hour hand gives you another life, and if you touch it, you lose lives?
I think let's just see how it goes right now. So I'm gonna set my life to be 3, and then I'll try and jump it, and we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and go into our change life by, set it to be -1. This is gonna just like destroy us when it happens though, because I'm not debouncing at all. Jump. 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 Yeah, the hour hand does not move fast enough. So maybe we need to break our realism. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
What else?
The other thing we could do is we could do an hour arc of danger.
Could you? Oh, yeah.
And so we'll set our hour arc of danger to be less. We'll actually just make it like 1. So there's like 2 degrees that you need to jump it on. And we'll change this to be hour arc of danger. Change this to be hour arc of danger. And now we can give this another shot. All right. Jump. You guys need to say jump with me.
Jump.
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 Jump. Jump.
Jump.
Jump.
Jump.
Jump.
Jump.
This is just like Happy
Jump.
Birthdays.
Jump.
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 Jump. Jump.
Jump, jump.
Jump. Okay, that kind of works. Actually, I don't hate the rate it's currently going up at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Seems hard, though. Jump.
You got 20 points.
Yes, that's true. But, like, can you never get past the hour hand thing, is my question.
Ah. Okay.
It's really tough. We could increase our hang time. So let's go to our jump.
Is it, did it reduce all your lives in one go, though?
Yeah, I'm not debouncing it at all.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, we got to change that speed of animations now if we're going to stick with this. Like, how early can I jump and still help? Really tough when that hour hand starts getting in there. I think that little jumps are better. Okay, so we could just take the hour hand out of the equation.
Okay. I feel like it's doable. It seemed like you were very close.
I did it.
All right, now.
36, that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got this going. This is fun. Okay, so the only thing I can think to do now, so we're pretty much out of time, but one thing that might be fun is to tell you how long you've been jumping for.
Yeah.
You know, and we should be able to, yeah, we should be able to calculate that pretty easily. So what we'll do is we will, I'm distracted playing. Okay, so what we'll do is, well, first let's do the debouncing on the lives so that we don't like always just lose immediately when we hit it. So we'll go into variables. We're going to make one called took damage.
Yeah, Richard, what's a debounce?
Debounce is when you make it so that an event that's firing a lot doesn't fire as much. You like, so a good example of this is like, what is a good example of this, guys?
Like if you push down the A button and...
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of times when you talk about debouncing, you are talking about buttons, because what happens is when you if you look at like what actually happens when a button makes a connection, there's a lot of points where it's making a little bit of a connection, and it's like doing on and off and on and off and on and on and on and on and off, like just 100 times a second. And so you want to make it so that, well, we don't want to count all of those as separate button presses, because really they just pressed it once. It's just the physics of the thing that's making it like noisier. And so you debounce it. You say like, okay, it needs to have like broken the connection for this period of time for it to count as, you know, a button press. Something like that. Sorry, I know that was confusing. Okay. So we're going to do if took damage. We're not going to change our score. We're just going to set took damage to be false. And we'll duplicate this, go over here. Put that in there. Okay, now I'm just going to take damage on purpose. Nope.
Is it because it's only like a Boolean?
Are you using the took damage in the life?
Oh.
Oh, you're right. All right, jump, jump, jump. Ow. All right, cool, got it. Okay, so the last thing we want to do is we want to make it so that we like say how much time we've been jumping for, and so by time we mean how many times the thing has gone around the clock, you know. So we're going to take our start angle, which is 820, and I'm going to make a on-game update interval for every 5 seconds. We're going to make our little kaiju say how many hours they've been jumping. So to do that, we're going to take our current angle. So let's go ahead and get our minute angle. We're going to subtract 820, which was our start angle. That tells us how many minutes, how many angles, how many degrees we've passed in this time. We're going to divide that by 360. And then we're going to make it so it's an integer. To do that, we're just going to grab the floor block. And we're going to do this blank hours. And we'll save for like 1 second. The other thing we want to do is right now this is going to do this at the beginning. 0 hours. And okay, we need to make this like a longer period of time. We'll make this like every 10 seconds. And we don't want to do it for the first one. So we're going to say like if the number of hours is greater than 1. All right, and that about does it. So I'm just going to play this game, and let's go ahead and do the outros. Took damage already. I'm Richard. I'm Richard in the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey at J1Drill in the MakeCode forums.
I'm Shannon, at Shikao on the MakeCode forums.
And I'm Vivian, at LiveDrift on the MakeCode forums.
And oh man, I'm so gonna lose it. There we go.
I think you should make the time. It should say. I want to see the little kaiju say things.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll make a variable which is last hour said. Now what we're going to do is we're going to say do a logic. We're going to say if the number of hours divided by 5, the remainder, equals 0. And then we're going to do an and. Does not equal last hour said. Then we're going to say it, and we're going to set our last hour said to be this. So now we'll say it every, and we'll put this inside of an on-game update instead of an on-game update interval. Okay, so now we will say it every 5 hours. So let's test that out real quick, and then we'll be done. 1, 2.
Hey!
Wow, I still can't beat the score that I got when the lives were all in one go. That first time, you know?